Hey folks, how's it going? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Thursday, not Friday. And today we're going to be doing ourselves a delightful spooky beef ramen today. So we're actually going to have the steak with it. So we got some top sirloin, which we're going to sous vide, or you can actually pan sear it. So the option will be both in the recipe today. So obviously it's recipe day today. In addition, we're going to make that beautiful broth with the chicken bones as well and the beef bones. We're going to cook that down, then we're going to get all these beautiful flavors together. Then in addition, we're going to get some beautiful veggies done up, and also we're going to be making ourselves some pickled eggs to go with it as well. So we're going to spook them up. In addition, we're going to be making some homemade noodles as well, so I'm going to show you how to do that. And we're going to add a little bit of color and dye just to kind of spook them up as well. So very tasty dish to do today, so hope you folks are looking forward to it. And this obviously will be on my website tonight. We're going to write up the recipe for this beef ramen, and you can try it on the weekend or in your own time, so absolutely fantastic. So if you want to go check out the website, www.cjr.me or chefjohnreed.com, you can type !website in chat and it'll come up for you, so you can go check out more recipes there. Make a start on this broth first. So we need to preheat the oven to 180 Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit. We're going to roast off those beef bones, and I've also got chicken as well. So if you want chicken in there, or if you want solely just beef, that's entirely up to you. We're going to go for a bit of chicken and beef just to get some flavor in there. So we're going to get the beef bones and the chicken bones out now. I've got loads of beefy bones to use up, so we're going to roast these off. And I think we might need another tray for the chicken, but I'm hoping to get all of this on here, which will be fine. So if you're asking me how much bones you got there, we got roughly, I've got 500 grams of bones on the recipe, so it's roughly about right for what we got. We got quite a bit of bones here. Chicken bones as well on there as well. Cut down the, take off the excess fat using a sharp knife. So we want to make sure, I mean, we're going to have lots of fat from the beef, obviously, but I'm just taking off the chicken fat from the chicken. Pop this in the oven, so it's going to roast off for about 40 minutes and until nice, dark, golden, and delicious. So, meantime, we're going to chop up the veggies. So for the mirepoix, we're going to get 1 white onion, 2 celery sticks, 4 garlic cloves, 1 teaspoon of fresh ginger, which I don't have, but it will be on the recipe, and I'll be popping it in later. In addition, I'm going to have 1 carrot, and then just topping up roughly about 1,500 ml to 2 litre of water. So ready to go. And then obviously the bones in there once they've roasted off, and then we're going to deglaze that pan to get all those beautiful flavors, to get a good, solid base stock ready for our ramen. We're just going to roughly chop this up because it's for a stock. It doesn't really matter. Oh, I did say I was going to grate these down. This is for the stock. Sorry. You can just crush it down. So there you go. Doesn't really matter. So we're actually not going to grate these down. There we go. So crushed up garlic. Roughly chop up the onion. Sorry, I was in autopilot mode, as always. There we go. Top and tail of carrot, peel that down, and then roughly chop. So, celery, onions, garlic, carrots, listen to that cheeky sizzle. Beautiful. So you basically just want to saute these down until nice and golden, and then we're going to take it off the heat, and then just wait for those bones to ready to go in. Feeling a lot better. Right, okay, let's take that off before that even starts burning, because the caramelization is beautiful in there now. So let's turn that off. We're going to switch over, and we're going to prep up those beautiful steaks. So let me get them out. I'm going to clear up first. 1 tablespoon of soft brown sugar to go in here. 3 tablespoons of light soy sauce. And then we want 1 garlic clove. I'm not going to grate it. I'm just going to crush it and just pop it in there. That'll be fine, especially for the sous vide. So anyway, that's going to marinate away. So what we're going to do is pop the bones straight into the pot. And once we've done that, we're just going to degrease the pan with a little bit of kitchen roll. And then we're going to deglaze the tray, not the pan, onto the stove. And then add in a little bit of water to deglaze it and then add it for the base for our stock. So we're going to do that now. I'm just going to switch over so you guys can see. A little splash of water in there. You want to go too crazy. And we're just going to pick up all the flavors. Grab yourself like a little wooden spoon or spatula. Anything like that will do. Just give it a mix, and we can turn up the heat a little bit more. Put it onto a medium. Just careful you don't put it on a high heat when you put it on and you go get your water, because it could end up burning. So it will actually start heating up very quickly. All that beautiful flavor. looking very delightful. That's going to go straight into the, without dripping it all over your worktop. Or your stove, shall I say. Pop that straight into the pan. Honestly, I think 1,005 is plenty. I don't think 2,000 you're really going to need. I mean, you could top it up a bit more, but then we're going to like push it to the edge. So, yeah, 1,005 is good. Technically, it's 1,007 because we put a little bit in with the fond. So, there we go. Look at that. Got yourself a nice, beautiful stock ready to go, ready to start cooking down. All those beautiful flavors in there. Look at that nice, dark, rich color in there. Fantastic. So that's good to go. And what we're going to do is pretty much cook this down for about an hour on a medium heat, and then we're going to turn it down. Once it's like starting to simmer, don't boil your stocks. It's very important you don't boil it. Why? Because you're going to actually lose flavor from rushing the stock. If you do it nice and gently and slowly, you're actually going to develop more flavor from it. So once it comes up to a simmer, we're going to turn it down to a low, cook it out for about an hour or two, and then we're going to strain it. I need to do the eggs first. So we want 4 eggs. So I'm going to need to get a little pan while I'm on here. I'm going to get a pan onto the stove to boil. So just get a medium-sized pan. Leave that eggs down for about roughly 7 minutes from boiling. So we're on this on a high heat. And let's get the eggs out ready. Drop the eggs in very gently. I'm going to put a 7-minute timer on. So 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, light, low sodium, and about 6 tablespoons of rice vinegar. Also, I want about roughly 300 ml of water. I'm going to go too crazy with this. Let's take our eggs off. I'm just going to put these into cold water. So let's refresh that until they're nice and cold. And then what we're going to do is just crack around the shell, and then we're going to drop them in that pickling dye. So the eggs are done. I'm going to give them a couple of minutes under the cold water. We're going to press on probably with the noodles next. There we go. Okay, that's looking good. It's much better, and it's also actually really nice and smooth. We'll cling film that up. So I'm just going to... Woo! Feels very nice and soft. Actually, keep that cling film because we're going to cut it in half. And then we're going to roll it out. I'm going to top this up with water about 3/4 of the way up and put it onto a boil. Let's come back to this now. Right, so this is almost there. I'd say I'm pretty happy there. I can almost see the work surface, so that's where we want to be. Right, a little bit more flour. Actually, I don't really want to fold it like that. It's too far. Let's just leave it there. There is going to be perfect, and we can slice this up. Okay. There you can see in there. So these are going down now. I'm going to put a 45-minute timer to cook these down. I'm going to drop these noodles down half at a time, and we're going to get a bowl of ice water or cold water. If you don't have any ice, that's fine. Just to refresh them. So make sure you separate the noodles as they drop. Otherwise, they're going to clump together later on. Half of them in to begin with. Also, because there's so much flour going into the boiling water, when it comes back up to the boil, careful it doesn't froth over. Just be very, very careful. You might need to take it off the heat, but just keep an eye on it. So we're going to need about 2 minutes for these noodles to cook out. Right, this broth needs straining, and we're going to add a bit of ginger to it as well. I kind of want to just crush this up. There we go. Just going to pop that into the... Well, we're about to strain it, so it seems a little bit silly, so I'm just going to leave that there for the time being. And then we're going to put it into the new broth when we strain it. Alright, so a little bit of kombu. 4 tablespoons of soy sauce and 1 tablespoon of mirin. Wow, look at those noodles, chat. Don't like doing carrots on here, but definitely worth it because look at that beautiful cut. Oh! Oh, fudge-eye. We're going to definitely put that in the broth. Oh my god. You'd be silly not to. I just had to taste it just in case like it was a little salty. Right, so that's ready to go. Let's give this a sear off. Actually, chat, it's not even going to need like a minute. Beautiful. Look at that. So going in with the noodles first. Then we're going for some carrots. And also our sweet corn. Broken. And what I might do as well, just for extra effect, oh my god, it's so delicious. Oh my god, chat. The steak we did sous vide, so pretty much we added ourselves 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, and also 1 crushed garlic clove. We vac packed that up, sous vide it for about 45 minutes on 52 Celsius, for about 45, and then, excuse me, took it out. And then we pretty much seared it off in a cast iron pan just for about 30 seconds each side, and then it's good to go. Sliced it. The noodles itself. So the noodles we pretty much did 200 grams of flour in the end. No. We did 140 grams of flour and 60 grams of tapioca flour as well. We also had 20 ml of oil, 1 pinch of salt, 2 eggs to bind it together, and then pretty much added our color in. Kneaded it till it's nice and smooth and all incorporated with the color. Let it rest for 15, cut it in half, rolled it out, floured, pan of boiling water on. Once it rolled out nice and thin, dusted in with flour, folding it over into like a little book, and then sliced it on the board into nice little noodles. Carefully drop the noodles for about 2 minutes to cook. That's pretty much it. Refreshed it in ice water. So sweet corn is sweet corn. Same with the carrots. The carrots we cut on the Japanese mandolin. As for the broth, sorry, so we did about 500 grams of beef bones. We also had the chicken carcass as well, which we roasted off until it was nice and golden. We had also 1 white onion, 2 celery sticks, 4 garlic cloves, 1 teaspoon of fresh ginger, which we put in later on because we didn't have any, and obviously 1 carrot. So we prepped up the veggies, sauteed them off until golden, while the bones were roasting off until nice and golden. We prepped that up, sauteed them off, then set it aside. Then when the bones came out, we pretty much popped them into the pan, using a bit of kitchen roll to remove the grease. And then after that, we pretty much deglazed the fond in the pan on the stove with a little bit of water just to kind of mix it up, and then straight into the broth. And then we cooked that down. Obviously topped it up with about 2,000 ml of water, and then 1,500 ml of water, and then pretty much cooked it down for about roughly 2 hours. So very slow and steady. So yeah, turned out fantastic. And then obviously for the eggs, we just pickle them down. We boil them for like 7 minutes from boiling, gently drop the eggs in, then refresh them in ice water. And then for the pickling, we did 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, 6 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 3 tablespoons of mirin, a little touch of water, and then obviously the food coloring as well. So hence why the crazy eye, right? But no, it turned out fantastic. Really, really happy with the results. So yeah. Oh my god. Wow. That broth is nice and rich. Also got a nice, beautiful sweetness to it as well. Oh my goodness me. And I'll see you Monday, if not tomorrow, for YouTube. Anyway, take care for now, my friends. Bye for now.